भारत माता शिव शक्ति अवतार सच्ची गीता मुरली 16th October 2025 morning class 25th May 1968. Om Namah Shivaya. Sweet children, the Father is called knowledgeful, the one who knows everything, Jani Jananhar, the knower of all hearts. But what is the benefit of knowing all that? People learn worldly knowledge and earn a few pennies. That is an income for this world. However, what you are now studying with the Father is not an income for this world. This Raj Yoga is your earning for the future, for the coming world. Om Namah Shivaya. Children know that this is truly the Father. There is nothing to be afraid of. This is not a saint or a holy man who would become angry. Those gurus become very irritable, and people fear that they might curse them. Here there is no such thing. Only those who are very restless are afraid. The Father never becomes angry with the children. He simply explains, if you do not remember the Father, your sins will not be absolved, and you will harm yourself birth after birth. The Father gives understanding so that you can reform yourselves for the future. He never gets upset. He simply says, pay attention, remember the Father, and keep the cycle of 84 births in your intellect. Imbibe divine virtues. Remembrance is the main thing. The knowledge of the world cycle is very easy. It is the source of your income. But along with it, divine virtues must also be imbibed. At present, there are only devilish traits. Therefore, the Father has to explain these things. Children have many devilish traits. Beating them is of no use. They only become worse. In ordinary gatherings, people don't learn anything. Here, children learn everything from the mother and father. People learn to indulge in vices. Poor people live in a very small huts where men, women, and even grown up children sleep together. Imagine what impact that has on the children. Baba speaks mostly about the poor because for the rich, this world itself is their heaven. They have no need for knowledge. This is a study. A teacher is needed to teach and reform you. Therefore, Baba speaks about the condition of the poor and how children become spoiled. Parents see it happen with their own eyes. Even at a young age, children go astray. Even fathers' vision becomes impure toward their own daughters. Look at the condition of the poor. Baba says, I am the comforter of the poor. I show you what the world has become. People become corrupt through gurus, uncles, even fathers and children. What can one say? It is indeed a Tamo Pradhan world, and even Tamo Pradhanness has its limit. For 1250 years it continues, not one day more or less. When it is complete, then the Father has to come. The Father says, I am bound by the drama. I have to come. In the beginning, both the poor and the rich came together. Daughters from very wealthy families ran away with nothing. There was such an uproar. It was as though a demon had entered their homes. There was crying and wailing everywhere. History. Whatever was destined in the drama happened. No one had imagined it. Even Baba himself wondered what was happening. How souls would jump from balconies at night while everyone slept deeply like Kumbhakarna. In the morning, the family would wake and find them gone. What a wonder! These things are all fixed in the drama. Baba had written to them, come and drink the nectar of knowledge. When their husbands returned from abroad, they were furious. They said, Give them poison. The daughters replied, we have drunk the nectar of knowledge. How can we drink poison now? There is even a song about this. Great quarrels broke out and big news stories were published. What spell has Dada cast on them? They didn't know what power was working here. They summoned Baba before a council, saying, what are you doing? She refuses to eat. Baba replied, God says lust is the greatest enemy. By conquering lust, you become conquerors of the world. I spoke very clearly. They became furious. I said anger is the second great enemy. If you become angry, we shall go away. The moment they raised their voices, I simply left. What could they do? They even wrote that the Lakha Bhavan was set on fire. Whenever there was turmoil, Baba wasn't even there. He would already have gone. Yet they would bring kerosene and start shouting, where is Dada? Such false stories were made up. Dada went to jail. How could both the father and Dada go to jail together? The newspapers wrote so many absurd things that Baba was amazed. Even newspapers abroad wrote, a jeweler has appeared in India who wants 16,108 queens. At that time, there were only 400 members in our satsang. They wrote he already has 400 queens. Baba could not be blamed for anything. He said, did I call anyone? They came by themselves. What a wonderful play. Later, these stories became Krishna's so-called Leelas in the scriptures. But none of that actually happened. It is all part of drama, like a stage play has its comedy and drama. So too this divine play unfolds. Baba says we did nothing, it is the play of the drama. Many small children came, some even in their mother's wombs. Now you have all grown up. Those who came later had different names, so the old names disappeared. That is why there is no Brahmin rosary yet. In the path of devotion, people turn rosaries, but at the confluence age, there is no physical rosary. In the copper and iron ages, there are rosaries. In the golden age, there are none. You too no longer turn beads. You yourselves become the beads of the rosary. In the golden age, there is no devotion. This is knowledge to be understood deeply. This is such subtle knowledge that even if the whole ocean were turned into ink and the forest into pens, it could not be really written, fully written. Yes, it is only a matter of a second. Once you know the alpha, you automatically receive the kingdom. But effort is needed to become pure from impure. The Father says, consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Supreme Father. There is effort in this. The teacher teaches, but if it is not in someone's fortune, what can the teacher do? The teacher will teach, he will not pass you with a bribe. Children, understand that this is both the father and the grandfather. Many letters come addressed to Bab Dada. Shiv Baba, care of Brahma Baba. You receive the inheritance from the father through this Dada. It is written in the picture of the Trimurti establishment through Brahma. Brahma cannot be called the creator. The supreme creator is the father. Prajapita Brahma belongs to the unlimited too. For a great population has to be created. He is the great great grandfather, the father of all Brahmins. The top knot is the Brahmin clan. Then the genealogy begins. The supreme soul is not called the great grandfather. He is the father of all the souls, and all souls are brothers. Then, when they take bodies, they become brothers and sisters. Prajapita Brahma is the father of the unlimited genealogical tree. Just as there is a family lineage in a community. This is the unlimited family tree. Adam and Eve, meaning Brahma and Saraswati. Now the tree has become old and decayed. A new one is needed. This is called the tree of various religions, the tree of variety features. No two are the same. Every soul plays its unique part. These are very subtle matters. Those with small intellects cannot understand them. It is extremely deep knowledge. We souls are infinitesimal points of light. We souls are infinitesimal points of light. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is also a point of light. He sits here besides this one. Souls are not big or small. The combined part of the Bhagdada is needed. Indeed, wonderful. Even I make effort to reform myself and follow Srimad. Today, Baba also taught the spiritual drill, gave knowledge and cautioned the children. Do not be careless, do not speak wastefully. Sit in peace and remember the Father. Children share their experiences. This practice of sharing experiences is very useful. These are new experiences for everyone because the path of devotion has continued for half the cycle. Those experiences are not new. The Vedas, scriptures, and epics belong to the path of devotion, not to knowledge. This knowledge is entirely new, completely different from devotion. You know, you now know all the meanings of the pictures and symbols. Your age is also unique. This is the confluence age of the most elevated. This is the Brahmin clan. Previously, you did not know this. Even those Brahmins of the Copper Age who are born from the womb do not know this. They are the Kukavamshavali, womb born, whereas you are the Mukhavamshavali, mouth born. They cannot tell the true meaning. They belong to the unrighteous path, while you belong to the righteous one. In the golden and silver ages, everyone is righteous. In the copper and iron ages, everyone is unrighteous. You now know the contrast between the two. Such understanding is not possible for worldly people of the Iron Age, nor even for deities of the Golden Age. Only you at this confluence age can understand both sides. This is a study, but out of habit. You keep saying Murli, Murli. You say the Murli has come. I read the Murli. The word Murli was taken from Krishna. Now, what should this be called? You can say today's Vani has come. The word Vani is accurate. Murli should actually be replaced because Murli reminds people of Krishna. This sound that comes from the mouth of this chariot is called Akashvani, a voice from the sky. The air element transmits it. The sound comes from the polar region. That is why it is called Akashvani. The word Murli is sweet, but it may change later on. Children now understand whatever they hear is according to the drama. That was limited. This is unlimited. The Father is called knowledgeful, the knower of all hearts. Jani Jananhar. But what is the use of worldly knowledge? People learn it to earn a few rupees. That is a temporary earning. What you are learning now from the Father is not for this world. This Rajoga is your earning for the future world. People who hear something new become confused. They wonder How can this be possible? No one knows about the confluence age of the most elevated. Devotees celebrate everything without understanding the meaning. Now you receive the true meaning. You now know what is real and what is false. Knowledge is day, devotion is night. Then comes disinterest in the night. When day comes, devotion ends. In a school, there are the best, average, and weak students. Some understand a lot, some a little, and some not at all. They, they like the sweetness of the words but soon forget them. They cannot repeat them, so they are considered uneducated. The father says everything you studied in the past will be forgotten. This is a new study to make the soul Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. Father says storms will come. Don't be afraid. Some children say, Baba, I see many dreams. Baba replies, I see more dreams than all of you. After all, I am first. These are storms of Maya. Dreams used to come in the path of ignorance too. But now you are truly becoming deities. You know that you were the residents of heaven. Bharat was heaven. People have extended its time. But the father says it was 5,000 years ago that Bharat was heaven. The glory of Bharat is immeasurable. You can explain that Bharat was heaven 5,000 years ago. There was the rule of God and goddess. Everyone respects Bharat because of this. They know it was heaven. Now Bharat has become poor and others give help, but that too is far from their own gain. You children know well that you are re establishing that same heaven again. On Srimad, you become elevated. By following Srimad, the whole world becomes elevated and so do you. That is why heaven is called the land of purity. This is its proof. Therefore, Baba says during Prabhat Feri, show people this truth. There was peace in the world, one kingdom, one religion. Whatever act you perform now is not new. It is a repetition of the past. Acha Om. Namaste from the spiritual father to his spiritual children. Namaste. Namaste Baba. Blessing. May you be free and independent. Today everyone desires freedom. What is the first freedom? It is freedom from the bondage of the old body and its relationship. When you attain this one freedom, all other types of freedom follow easily. The bondage of the body brings many other bondages and traps the flying bird, the soul, into the cage of dependency. Therefore, check whether you have become dependent due to attraction of the body, old nature, sanskars, or the influence of Maya and matter. Become free and fly. Om Namah Shivaya.